Hello, welcome to the stream. Today I'm going to be painting this lion. Well, I'm going to be sketching, to be honest. I might do some background painting, but my plan is to just start off the sketching, just make sure it's in the right place. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to move my webcam. It seems like it's not in the ideal place. Let's me move. How's that? That's much better. So I'm in a studio in Kenya. I've just set it up. So yeah, this is my first stream from Kenya. Please do the chats if you're interested. Ask me lots of questions. My voice is running a bit low today, but yeah, let me know how it's going. If the music's too loud, also let me know. I can't really judge it from what I can hear now. So I'm going to start off this line. I'm going to sketch it away. As I say, my voice isn't very good. Thank you very much for subscribing. I haven't got notifications turned on for some reason. It's not working very well. But I'll set that up for the next stream. I don't know, my notification panel isn't working, so I can't see who's subscribing. I'm hoping the chat works. So yeah, chat to me if you can. So I'm going to start off this sketch and see what happens. Hello from Spain, Deb. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, my subscribers are working now. That was Faith Mwangi has subscribed. Thank you very much. So as I say, I'm going to sort of start sketching. Got my tablet here, which is going to be using my reference image. So obviously this is a very different style of image from what I usually do. It's very dark in the background. It's going to pop really nicely. So I'm just going to count in. So hit me up with any chats that you have. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I can't really tell myself. So I'm just going to start off drawing the face. So when I do sketching, because I want it to be fairly realistic, what I tend to do is I tend to draw a grid first, sort of sketch from the grid. And then use the reference image quite nicely there. So I think this is going to be a bit of a challenge, this one, because of the dark background sort of blends into the animal. So the line sticks out from the dark background, but it's very sort of flash heavy, this photo that I took. So I'm just drawing his mouth now. I'm just starting off. Seemed as good a place as any to start off there. So I do try and get the sketch quite accurate, but I change it when I paint depending on what I feel like the eye wants to see. But having a base sketch that's pretty accurate is always quite important. Oh, interesting. I always thought a lion's teeth was really, really sharp, but these look quite blunt, to be honest. It comes down like this. Down like this. So this canvas I'm doing is quite a large one. It's 1 meter by 75 centimeters. Don't know how well you can see the sketch on the screen. Hope it's alright. Otherwise, if it's not, it's going to be a bit of a boring stream, this. You can't actually see my pencil marks. But I'll do the sketch and then I'll do some painting in the background quickly, and then from tomorrow, whenever I stream next, I don't know when that'll be actually, but might be tomorrow. I'll sort of do the actual interesting part, which is the lion. Started that too high there. Just get an eraser. So I'm using the darkest pencil possible so it looks okay on the stream. I have just moved the canvas, which is a bit of a problem. There we go. So as I say, I think that the mouth is the most complicated part of this. So I need to get it pretty good. Done something wrong here. Okay, that's better. So there's like teeth that come down like this. So there's no point putting in too much detail in the sketch. The reason being is you're just going to paint over it anyway, so you won't be able to see the actual sketch lines. So that's what the sort of mouth looks like. And then the tongue starts about here. Goes down over here. When I come to paint it, I might make the teeth a little bit sharper, just so it looks more aggressive. So this is the tongue. You can just about see that on the stream. This is, as I say, this isn't going to be the most riveting stream today because I do need to just do the sketching. To be honest, I was using today as a bit of a test just to make sure all my equipment's working. Then I think tomorrow or whenever I stream next, which I don't know what my schedule's going to be like, I think then will be sort of the time. So I'm just drawing it sort of like has a little beard, this lion. From the mouth it has some wispy bits of hair that do this. So yeah, I think that's the mouth pretty much done. Got some wispy bits of hair here, I guess. You got the whiskers as well. Whiskers don't matter at the moment. I'll obviously do them later. Got some sort of dots here. And then I'll start on the nose up here. That basically comes down like that. So this is interesting. This is one of the first paintings I've done where you can't see an eyeball. I might, because I feel like eyes are my most sort of feature part of my paintings. I might sort of paint one in as if it had its eyes open. I don't know if that's going to work or not. As I quite often say, it doesn't really matter because you can paint over it if it doesn't work. Coming down like that, I think. So you can see the shape of the line starting now. This is the ear. So an awful lot of this paint's just going to be black. Well, I'm going to do it as Payne's grey, but I think it really matters how this bit looks. pretty much going to be all Payne's grey anyway. And I'm going to paint over it. This bit matters though. So that's the basic shape of the line by the look of it. And as I say, most of it's just going to be Payne's grey. I don't think I'll paint the foliage around here. I might do. Nice. So I think that's the sketch pretty much done, to be honest. So, let's get some paints out. I'm going to just do Payne's grey. I'm just going to do the background first. I'm going to paint pretty much the whole canvas, apart from the lion itself. Just in Payne's grey, a solid blotch of Payne's grey. Sharpen my pencil. How is everyone today? So I'm just going to paint basically straight out of the pot. Get some water ready. Oops. Thank you for everyone for subscribing. For some reason I'm not getting notifications, so I do apologise for that. I will go through them later and thank everyone individually. And I've just kicked my camera over. This is going very well today, just kicking everything over. Just knocked my tablet off my thing and now I've knocked the camera over. Set it back up in the same place as it was. There we go, perfect. Right, so, as I said, I'm just going to start painting now. I'm going to use these nice flat brushes that I've got. I remember these being pretty cheap actually, not being very good. These particular brushes. So let's see if I can paint. Start over this side. I'm just not in quite the right place, but it'll do. I'm just going to paint directly onto the... I'm not thinning out the paint necessarily, I'm just going to paint the Payne's grey on there. Apply it quite thick. So this is obviously the most boring bit, just doing a plain dark background. So this page is obviously going to be quite striking. The line's going to pop from the dark background really nicely. I'm not using black, I'm using Payne's Grey, because black is quite oppressive as a colour. Payne's Grey is more of a blue. Still quite oppressive, so it's going to look black, but it's not actually black. Dog's outside decided to have a fight, so sorry if you can hear that. So I'm not doing even strokes, I'm just sort of applying the bit randomly, applying the colour on a bit randomly. I'm just going to paint inside the nose here because I might as well. So I'm adding a bit of texture to the background just by doing random dabbing. I'm not somebody who wants it totally smooth all the time. I think adding physical texture that you can see and feel in the shadows adds quite a lot to any painting. That's why I use paint neat, I don't thin it down, because I can get that lovely texture. You can see the light is currently reflecting off the paint quite a lot, but I'll show you it's once it dries it will be much darker. I might move the camera position next time, it's a bit long, so I'm getting in the way quite a lot. So this is the biggest brush I own. If I had a bigger one, I'd probably use a bigger one. A bit of a mistake there. That bit's going to be black anyway, so that's fine. Or Payne's Grey. There's some really striking colours in this image. There's the bright pink of the mouth and the lion, the tongue. There's obviously the sort of yellowy, browny, pastel colour for the fur. It's going to be a really, really striking painting, this, I think. A lion roaring, lit up at night. I won't fully paint that actually as black. So I'm only going to really do the background for now. I'm not going to go inside and do the really dark bits on inside the lion. The reason being, I'll do them as I go through so I can add the texture. I will actually do all this bit though, even though clearly the line's there. So I'm doing the edges as I'm going, so I don't forget them. I'll have to do the bottom, I think, last. Probably off the stream. I'll turn it upside down and paint the bottom of it. I'm hoping the camera picks up the colour a little bit better, because it's currently reflecting the light a lot. Even when I'm actually standing here, reflecting quite a lot, so. Thank you for the subscribing. For some reason I can't see it right now. It was subscribing, but I can understand there are people subscribing, so brilliant. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Tune in next time for when the lion actually comes alive. As I say, that might be tomorrow evening. I get the base colour on today, actually. Have a few minutes break while the Payne's Grey dries, and then Actually gonna go here as well, so I paint over it. Then I'll do all the fur and stuff over here later on, over the top of the paint spray. There's a lot of paint spray in this. I know I did say this is mostly going to be black, this painting, but it didn't really occur to me how much it was going to be. So as I say, I'm just dabbing it on. So, although I think this paint is going to be challenging with all the fur, I don't actually think it's going to take me that long. Maybe 5 hours, 6 hours in total. So you can see quite clearly on the camera actually the texture that I'm building in just by dabbing it, rather than doing strokes like this. I'm just dabbing it, so adds a nice bit of texture. I think it makes the background far more interesting than just painting it on. It's almost, although it's going to be a flat colour as such, the light reflecting off it is going to look totally different. It's going to make it almost sparkle in the night. I'll finish this painting with a sort of gloss varnish, so it will really pick up the light, so the high spots will pick up the light, and there'll be some shadows as well. This is one thing that things like AI or things like, well, the printer, I guess, when you're printing copies of my paintings, it will never pick up these high-low spots. You can obviously change the colours when you take the photograph, but you can't print the physical texture. And that's why I don't think painting is ever going to die out. AI can't replicate this sort of natural pattern here. Getting in some spots that maybe I missed. Cool, so I think that's that bit done. Wash the brush. So while that dries, I'm going to do something else quickly. I have another painting here, which is finished. I transported it and the edges kind of wore off a little bit. So I'm going to quickly paint those edges. I'm just cleaning this brush. Right. So this is the painting. I'm going to clean up the edges off. So I did that in the UK. Just the edges here just need corners really just need a bit of touching up since I rehung it. So I'll just do that really quickly. I do have another easel here, so I'll just use that. Use a bit of permanent green, I think that'll just do. Maybe with a tiny bit of yellow oak. It's way too much, but oh well. Oh, that's very wrong. Things grey for this corner. It's a lot darker. Okay, I think that'll do. Move that out of the way now. So I think I'll have a little break, and then I'll go in and do the main sort of feature of this, of the lion. So I'll sort of, I'll just do the background today, just make sure it's roughly in the right place, and then I'll go on to do all the detail in a bit. So have like a 10-minute break. So I'll see you guys in a bit.